Good morning, everybody. Trish Palmer here from Palmer & Palmer Specialty Hypnosis Training. Hi, Susie. Hi, Kylie. How are you going today? It's a bit fresh here in Mount Gambier, but that's okay. I don't mind. So, welcome to this episode. We're going to be talking about clinical systems and pricing. Now, all this is based on when you're starting out. So don't get too freaked out about this because there's heaps of different clinical systems out there. There's heaps of different pricing methods and blah, 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 blah. This is for when you're starting out, when you're just starting to get some more clients and things like that. So breathe, take your time. Let's go through this, okay? So running your business needs systems. We can no longer run a business based on just throwing stuff into a shoebox or something like that. It just doesn't work. So you need all sorts of systems put into place. And this is the part of your services where it gets a little bit bogged down because basically this is all the technical stuff that you have to set up. Once you've set it up, it's so easy to do. You're just like bang, 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 done, 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 done. So you need a financial system. You also need an admin system, a consulting system, and a social system. These are the bare minimums that you need to get yourself started. These are just to name a few. So make sure you have these systems in place and you get to know them really, really well so that you don't get flustered. I remember when I first started, I didn't have a social system in place. I was always running out of ideas and then I just wouldn't do it. And even though I knew it only took like a minute or two to do the video, I was just like, nah, don't have time. It's as simple as that. So, hi Beverly, hi Rebecca, how you going, gorgeous? So I'm going to take you through some of the things I used to do when I first started and some of the things I still do today. But before I get started, I would like to talk more about our modern mentoring. Okay, this is something I'm so pumped, I'm so excited to have up and running. We've got so many people that have jumped on board with us. I'm so honoured to be actually offering it to people. So in our modern mentoring, you will get a free monthly online group healing session because, hey, even me, I need healing myself. As natural therapies, as a natural healer, we all need help ourselves. We really do. We'll also have a monthly brainstorm session so that everybody who's in the modern mentoring, we can all jump in, we can help each other with resources, we can swap scripts and ideas and programs and things like that. So we can all help out each other. Hi Mark, how you going? You'll also receive a free script and recording each month so you can start building up your own library. I remember when I first started, just getting simple scripts for things like weight loss and quit smoking was like, oh my gosh, it was like I was asking for some golden pendant that'd been in the family for years. We'll also give you free access to all of our online training sessions. We have online training and we like to keep you up to date with all the new information that's coming through. We also have regular webinars and things like that as well. We'll also have a secret Facebook page where you can contact myself or my partner John, who's in charge of tech things like that. So he's in charge of websites and programs and all that sort of stuff. You can contact him or myself on that secret Facebook page and we'll answer all your questions. We give you all of our business templates, our PDFs, how to write ebooks and things like that. We're going to make sure that you guys get the absolute best training that we can possibly provide. We'll also teach you about social media, creating your own graphics, creating your own videos. So if you want to do any videos like what I'm presenting now, we'll show you how to do that. It's very, very simple. We will have office hours where we can answer your questions. In the modern mentoring, you have the hypnosis techniques, all of the training, absolutely everything. And it's wonderful actually selling your product online. You don't necessarily need to get clients into your room all the time. You can do it online and it's as easy as that. So let's get on with today. So financial systems, getting paid is a really high importance in our business, okay? So I use a couple of different methods when I first started. I use PayPal to take my deposits. So I take 10% deposit on all of my hypnosis programs when they're booking it. That's non-refundable, non-negotiable. And I use PayPal to take those deposits. The other system I always use as well is called easy debiting. And it's a debiting system that takes the finance out of the client's credit card or their bank account. So this is easy debit. It's absolutely fantastic. It's about $30, maybe $35 a month, and it's very simple to do. You can do it via paper, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your tablet, absolutely any way possible. This is a debiting system, so all they are doing is taking out the debit. They'll also keep track of the debits and send you information if your client hasn't paid, and that way you can contact them and say, hey, your payment hasn't gone through, what's going on, how can I help you out? So Easy Debit is a really great way for debiting systems. Xero is also a really great place to keep track of all of your finance and things like that. I'll get that one up for now. Xero. Xero is fantastic for keeping track of all your bookwork and things like that. It integrates with things like APIs, so your scheduling and stuff like that. And it's about $50 a month, so it's really not too badly priced. But don't think that you need this when you very first started. If I was to recommend absolutely anything when you very first start, I would recommend getting an Easy Debit system, and then later on down the track, when you become more financial, then start with Xero and stuff like that. You don't have to do it straight away. There's nothing wrong with using a simple Excel spreadsheet to do your bookwork and stuff like that on. It's just going to take a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, if you don't have any clients coming in, it's okay to take a little bit longer to do that and save yourself some money until you become more financial and more integrated. So admin systems. Now, this is where people get a little bit lost sometimes when it comes to admin systems, okay? So an admin system that I absolutely love is called OneNote. Another one I love is Dropbox, Word, and Calendar, okay? So OneNote is fantastic. I absolutely love OneNote. I can share OneNote with people that are in my business. So when we have business meetings and stuff like that, all I need to do is update the file in the TP Therapies, and then they will get a notification saying Trish has updated this file, please look at it. I can write all the instructions and everything in there. You will see I also have a file called Day of the Week Requirements, and if I click on View That Notebook, you can see up here, this is all my social media organization. This is what I do on social media, where I post stuff, what my monthly tasks are, and things like that. This is how I keep track of it all and how I stay motivated. Because in OneNote, I can write it all down out of my head and I know where I'm up to with each topic on each day of the week. OneNote is absolutely fantastic. And if I update anything like this, I've got IBS articles for my IBS course and things like that. I can constantly look at those links. I can make sure that they are up to date, when they are scheduled for, and whether or not they are relevant information anymore. Absolutely fantastic. I love the OneNote, and I can share this with other people as well. So I can decide if I want to actually invite other people to look at the OneNote, and for them, whether I want them to just look at it or whether I want them to also be able to modify it and send me back criteria. But it's absolutely fantastic. It syncs in with your phone, it syncs in with your iPad as well. I absolutely love OneNote. The other system I also love is Dropbox, which many of you would have actually heard of. Dropbox is fantastic for sharing information, particularly if you want to share information and have it modified or anything like that. Our go-to now is Google Drive. And the reason why our go-to is now Google Drive is because it integrates with so much stuff. It is absolutely fantastic. It keeps all the photos and the documents. We can store music on there, and we have absolutely everything on the Google Drive. Look at me. So yeah, so we store all of our stuff in the Google Drive. It's fantastic. It networks between myself and my partner, so that way everything is always up to date, and it updates instantly. We don't have to wait for ages for it to update, and it can also be used on your tablet and on your phone and things like that. Word is a very common thing to be using, so it's just Microsoft Word. It's nothing fancy, but it's really great for creating your documents like your PDFs and things like that. So Word is a definite go-to for me. You can also integrate Word in with your Dropbox, so that way you can always access those files, whether it's from your iPad, from your phone, or anything like that. I think it's great when I actually go to the doctors or something and I know that I'm going to be sitting there for ages, yet I can still work on my blog or something like that whilst I'm on there, and I can do it all in Word and just type away, because that's time I'm wasting out of my business where I could be using somewhere else. Also, another system that you absolutely must have is a calendar, okay? I know that this sounds really sort of basic stuff, but you'll be surprised how many people don't actually use a diary. It can drive you absolutely mental. Now, it doesn't matter if you've got a physical paper diary or a digital one. We use a calendar that integrates not only with my stuff, but with my partner's stuff as well. And we have 2 separate calendars, so he can't see the appointments, but he can see what type of appointment, because I need him to know that I'm busy at that time, and we can also integrate each other's systems. But keep it really simple, guys, okay? Keep it absolutely simple, and make sure you don't get bogged down, okay? It doesn't have to be complex. So social systems, this is one that people tend to get a little bit overwhelmed, and they've got all this stuff going on, and oh my God, what do I do? Where do I start? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There are heaps of social systems out there, so let's get really real about this. There are heaps of social systems out there. Choose 4 of those systems and stick with them, okay? So it doesn't matter which 4 systems resonate with you, whether it's Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever it is, make sure those formats go with you and your clientele. There are heaps of people that are posting on LinkedIn, yet they're looking for clients to work in their clinic. People who are clients that are working in their clinic that have got anxiety and depression and health issues are not likely hanging out on LinkedIn. The people hanging out on LinkedIn are professionals that are looking to sell their courses to other professionals. So there's absolutely no point in you bothering with all of your energy going into LinkedIn. Go to where your clients are. If you're running a clinical situation and you're looking to get clients, I highly recommend Instagram and Facebook for those things, and Pinterest. Of all places, just a place where you pin pictures, because they're people looking for ideas. They're people that they're usually people that are staying at home, they're very creative, they're trying to be resourceful, and then that's where you can pick up your clients from there. So make sure you find those formats. If 4 formats is too difficult for you, just do 2. That's fine. Put all of your energy into those 2 formats. You don't have to be networked absolutely everywhere all the time. It's just going to do your brain in. You're just going to get 100 million notifications every day. You're not going to keep track of it, and you're not going to get that organic reach that you're looking for, and you're going to be very tired. It's not worth it, okay? So choose your format and stick with it. Also understand that when you're choosing your format, it takes time. Okay, I don't know how many times I did videos and nobody engaged, nobody watched, and I would come out of my room, my partner would say to me, "How did you go, babe?" And I'd be like, "Nobody came today, but I'll keep going next week, because one day somebody will really want my information and will want me to help them." So make sure you stick at it. You just don't focus on those stories where, hey, I got 100,000 likes within 48 hours. Okay, that's one person that did an absolutely fantastic job that got that interest going. But most of us are actually still bringing up the rear and are still growing. You can't grow a magnificent oak tree in one tiny little seed in a matter of days. It takes time. Allow that oak tree to grow. When you're doing your social systems also, make sure that you schedule your posts so you don't get bogged down. Sit down for like that half an hour each week and schedule your posts. Put them all in there and then just be done with it. Okay? Make sure you schedule your posts. You don't have to be sitting there online going, "Oh, is someone commenting? I must comment straight away. I must like this. I might love heart this. Oh, I must respond straight away." You don't have to. People understand you have a life, and those people who don't understand, you don't really want them as your clients anyway, okay? I recommend that you post twice a day as well. So I do an organic post each morning, and then I do a scheduled post usually in the afternoons. So post twice a day, and make sure you keep it relevant and interactive or entertaining. Most people don't want to be taught stuff. We know for a fact that reality TV takes up 80% of our viewing time, whether it's a cooking show or a gardening show or where you just watch random people living on an island. We know that people want to be entertained by other people. So make sure that your posts are entertaining, because at the end of the day, if you're getting up your phone and you're going, "Hi, blah, blah, I am a hypnotherapist, blah, blah," it's not going to engage people. They're going to get sick of it really, really fast. So make sure you do stuff that's actually entertaining and is completely different rather than preachy. Stay away from rants and opinions. Like, yeah, sure, I have opinions and I like to rant as well, but try and stay away from them as much as you can. At the end of the day, you want to be projecting how much of a nurturing person you are and how much you can help, rather than an opinion or something that's going to cause rivalry of some sort. Hey, at the end of the day, there's some things where I'm just like, but keep scrolling, okay? It's not worth it. It's not worth the back flap. It's not worth the time. Most people don't want to be educated. They want to be entertained. And they will actually prefer to watch a funny cat video over some inspirational video where you're trying to teach them something. So make sure it's entertaining, and then people will start engaging. Hi, Ian. Also, I recommend that you use hashtags as well. Make sure that when you're on Facebook, you only use 2 hashtags at a time, because that stops the reach. Facebook don't want the hashtags to seem like it's spammy, and that's why they only like you having 2 hashtags. When you post from Instagram to Facebook, there's a little toggle that you can swizzle that posts on from Instagram to Facebook. Most of those posts don't have very organic reach because they've got more than the 2 hashtags in them. So take that 2 seconds out to actually type it in and put in the hashtags. If you're choosing to do Instagram as well, once upon a time we used to put in 15 hashtags in the comments to get the reach expanded out. The new algorithms have now shown that you only do 5, and that's because Facebook now own Instagram and they want it to be less spammy as well. So make sure you get your hashtags down packed and make sure that they're relevant. If you're starting to write up a hashtag that is original to you, so for example, I have hashtag Pelin and Palmer, I also have hashtag Trish Palmer and hashtag IBS certification. Now those hashtags are brand new, they're straight off the bat, and they're going to take a little while to grow. So don't be afraid to grow your hashtags, or use a hashtag that's getting about 3,000 to 5,000 views, because if you're going for hashtags like say hashtag relax and it gets 6 million views, you're just going to get lost down the page. That's all that's going to happen. So make sure that you're using a hashtag in the middle of the range, or you're creating your own and you're building it up. So here's the definitive question, hey? How do you price your service? What do you charge your clients? It's a question I get asked at every single one of my conferences. I get it asked all the time when I'm in my messenger inbox. They're like, Trish, what do you charge? What do you charge? What do you charge? And you will constantly hear gurus tell you to charge what you're worth, to charge the same amount as your GP, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, guys, there is no definitive answer. There really isn't. And that's part of why our industry can also be a bit ho-hum about why people are going to certain people and not to others, okay? There's no definitive answer on this. I price my sessions based on my results. That's what I do. I've put years and years of my life into training, into networking, into practicing, and at the end of the day, I do my pricing based on my results. I price for a whole life makeover and a change. I price according to that. My weight loss program is significantly less than what my anxiety depression program is. But I find that most people who are looking for weight loss actually are anxiety and depression clients. So I charge based on the results of my sessions. That's what I do. So you charge whatever you want. If you want to charge $50, then you will attract $50 worth people. If you want to charge $200, then you will attract $200 worth people. But make sure that if you are charging that $200, you are at the standard of a $200 practitioner. There's no point in going out there and charging $200 and then having your clients sit in some crappy chair that you got from Kmart or something like that, because that external environment is going to represent the quality of what you are trying to teach. And at the end of the day, it's going to resonate very, very fast, because negative talk goes faster than positive. So when you make sure that you price yourself based on your standards and what results you're getting. I get absolutely phenomenal results when it comes to anxiety and depression clients, when it comes to menopause and IBS clients. So I charge accordingly for that. Okay, so make sure you charge based on your results. Yes, I know it's all about worth. I'm a huge fan of what it's worth. But to me, for doing weight loss sessions, it's just not my thing. I'm not a dime a dozen sort of therapist. I like a challenge. And at the end of the day, I don't charge much for my weight loss because I'm really not into it that much. My clients still get their results, but most of them are actually anxiety depression clients, and then the weight just comes off. So make sure you charge based on your results and do what you believe is good for you. Whether you want to do $50, $200, whatever you want to do. Okay? Word will get around about your results, so the price really doesn't matter. So if you have any questions, please chat to me below. Remember to book in your free modern mentoring session. I'll throw the link below this video once I'm done. It only takes 30 minutes, so if you want to get in on our early bird special, then please do. We won't be launching it until the 1st of October. However, you can have an early access period and a heavily discounted price if you jump on early. So book in that session, we'll have a chat, we'll make sure that it's right for you. Because I'm a huge believer in getting the right mentor for you. Because you may actually look at our program and go, no, that's not quite right for me. That's completely fine. I've listened to so many stories over the last few months about people investing 10, 20, 30 grand with people, and then all they end up with is some crappy web page that doesn't work and still no clients. So book that session, we'll have a chat, and we'll make sure what we're offering is right for you. But otherwise from that, join me next time for episode 9. I'm going to show you about some free websites that you can use where you can get your graphics, where you can get your information and things like that so that you can get yourself started. Otherwise from that, have an awesome day, everybody. Bye-bye.